Hi, my name is Phil, and my wife Amy and I are building a Chesapeake Light Craft Teardrop Camper. At this point in the build, Amy and I were preparing to move to another state, and the camper needed to be finished. I was going to drive, towing the camper, and start my new job. Amy would stay behind and sell the house. That meant we needed to get the camper ready to be towed. There was no time to do any varnishing, finish the wiring, or install the insulation, and the tongue box was going to have to wait. At the other end of my drive, we were temporarily moving into an apartment, so we didn't expect that we would have anywhere to work on the camper. We scrambled to put the camper together. This video is about installing the windows, the shelf, and the rooftop vent. Before you install the windows, they need a little chamfer around the edges. To protect the windows from scratches, CLC suggests you leave the paper on until the last minute. I trimmed off the rough edge of paper so I had a crisp edge to measure from, and I marked the line I wanted to sand to. The build manual calls for a 1/16 or 2 mm chamfer. I used 120 grit sandpaper and started sanding to the line I had marked. It wasn't long before I decided I was probably loading the sandpaper with paper, and I also had a hard time seeing the line because the paper was tearing out. So I cut the paper off in a thin strip and I sanded to the paper, which worked out really well. We used masking tape around the windowsill to protect the door frame from getting stray blobs of sealant on it. I drilled a small hole into the windowsill for the one screw that doesn't go all the way through the windowsill, since the fairlead boss is in the way. Before I drilled it, I measured the depth carefully and made sure the drill bit was in the chuck with only the correct amount sticking out. We drilled out the epoxy that had filled in the holes for the bolts that hold the window in the door, and prepared to spread sealant on the sill. We had all the supplies we needed, but the black marine sealant I ordered on the internet was rock hard in the tube. We had no time to wait, so Amy and I ran down to our local boating supply shop, and all they had was white sealant, so we used that. At some point I'm going to go back and remove the white sealant and replace it with black. At this point, we had been rushing around so much that recording video was the last thing on our minds. However, this is one of the very well documented sections of the build manual, and I'm sure you won't be screwing it up. Just be careful not to over-tighten any of the bolts or strip out the very short screw that goes into the fairlead boss from the outside. In the previous video, I showed how I rounded over the lip that gets epoxied to the shelf. If you don't have a router table, you can do this by sanding. A router gives a very nice, consistent look. That lip is glued to the shelf with epoxy thickened with cellofill. Surprise! After gluing it, I rounded the underside to match. A little light sanding and a couple of coats of epoxy, and the shelf was ready to install. Inside the camper, I tacked the shelf in place with CA glue and ran a fillet under and over the shelf. Because we planned to install a battery that sits in the galley, we followed the build manual's instructions to install a strip of fiberglass around the joint between the galley flat and the bulkhead. This is the only fiberglass on the camper that you apply wet. The build manual shows it going on when the camper is upside down, but we tucked it up there with the camper right side up. The vent that we bought from CLC is pretty fantastic. First, I needed to cut a hole in the hatch bezel, so I taped the hatch flange spacer on top of the bezel and measured to be sure it was even all around. I marked a line to cut to match the inside of the spacer using a fine permanent marker. Then I drilled some holes inside the cut line so I could start hand cutting out the line. There was some thickened epoxy involved, some clamps to glue the spacer in place, and a couple of coats of epoxy finishing the trim flange, the edges of the hole, and the inside and outside of the spacer. Amy and I taped off the vent bezel, and then we spread marine sealer on the bezel where the flange for the vent fan would go. The vent fan dropped in neatly and we screwed it in place. From the underside, we made sure the wires for the fan went through the notch cut in the spacer and screwed the trim flange in place. In the next video, we will put together the galley insert, cut holes in the bulkhead for the electronics, and install the galley hatch. If you enjoyed this video, or even if you're my brother-in-law and you're just watching out of a familial sense of obligation, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell next to the word subscribe so you get notified when I upload another video. Thanks for watching.